Oh my god, this has to be the best game I've ever had. So this guy, which is he had like I think he has 500 plus rating. This is my first 500 plus rating that I have ever played. So I just messed up. So let's let's see it together. Okay, let's see if the game review works. So Dante is my AI to review. Okay, so I committed
You
like
clinched victory
multiple
with a
blunders,
well-executed endgame mating
but I will
tactic from a
show
stronger
you
position.
how I made these blunders and exactly where I messed up and
A
how I
fundamental
messed up.
move that leads to
Okay,
several
so
exciting openings.
we
A good move for
classic
players of all skill
opening.
levels.
So after that, he
The
brought his
wayward queen
queen too
attack.
much early,
An aggressive
so
way to
had to
threaten your pawn.
defend uh, f7. So he wanted to checkmate, so I had to
Your pawn
defend
is
with
no
my
longer
queen.
hanging and is now...
So we went back in here and there, here and there,
You missed an
and then
opportunity
yeah,
to capture a free
maybe I should
pawn.
have taken this, but doesn't matter
It is
here.
better to avoid...
So the most
Their best
ridiculous
option
mistake
was to send a...
I made is
You
I
can pick up a
think
free... You had an
okay, this
opportunity to
was a
capture a
miss.
free pawn.
Yeah, maybe I didn't know that.
Their
So I
better
was
move
trying
was
to
to
build
defend a pawn that...
my
You had
queen
an
to be here.
opportunity to capture a free
So
pawn.
d2. So I was trying to force my queen for a checkmate. But if he moves his queen, if his king to maybe like f1, I'm not going to checkmate him. So I wanted to develop this my bishop at c8. So that was what I was
Their better
doing.
move was to defend...
So I did
This
this.
move loses a knight. Their better move was to defend a pawn that was under attack. This move loses a knight.
Yes, but I didn't want to move to lose a knight. Okay, because both the knights are guarded here. So I just wanted to go forward and attack.
They
So
found a way to win your knight.
he defended here. So I defended.
You got rid of
I
the
took it
attacker.
back. So he took it back
Their pawn is now
again.
ice.
So here,
This is the only move that works
this
and you
was the
found
only
it.
move that I ever had
This is a good time for you
because
to get out of
I
trouble.
wanted to check the king. I wanted it out of this space, but he kept
They
persisting.
stopped the check
Okay,
by interposing a piece.
so
You allowed
I
the
brought
opponent to win a
my
bishop through a
pop here,
fork.
but I think
You are
he was
going to
trying
lose
to
your
take
bishop to this fork. You allowed the...
my
You are
bishop
going
here,
to lose
but
your
I
bishop
didn't
to
see
this
this.
fork.
So when I
You escaped the
moved
check
my
from the knight.
king, so he took it back.
Your opponent
This was
removed the
one of
threat
my
by
mistakes I
capturing your
made.
bishop.
And then
This
let me
move
show
puts
you the next big mistake
Their move
that
is
I made.
losing material.
Here, see?
Their move is losing material.
Yes, this is the blunder that he
This move
made,
will cost you a
but I
knight.
didn't choose this. Yeah, I
Their move is
blundered
losing
this.
material.
This
This
was
move
my
will cost you a
blunder.
knight.
Yeah, but let me show you why I made this move. This was because I just wanted this pawn was annoying
Their
me.
move is
I
losing
just wanted
material.
to take this bishop at g3, but this pawn was blocking me to do that. So I had to move my knight there
This move will
and
cost
took
you a knight.
his pawn over there. So
Leaving their
we went
bishop
back and
hanging was a
forth.
great
So
tactical choice.
he
Your
threatened my
opponent's
pawn.
move wins
I
your
took
knight.
it, and he took back. I took again.
You
Karas.
missed the only move in a
So
critical
now,
position.
yeah. If I did
Your
this,
opponent had... You
it's
missed
a
the only
take.
move in a
I should
critical
have done
position.
that. But what's the point? Okay, he moved
They missed a
his
chance
queen
to win a
here.
knight by adding pressure to
Yeah,
a pinned
it's
piece.
not bad. He was
You
trying
are
to push
losing a knight
me.
this way.
Okay, what was this?
They missed a chance to win.
Okay,
You are
it's a
losing a
mistake.
knight this way.
Okay,
Your opponent was ahead,
so
but now
let me show you
your
the
better option
reason
was to
that
capture a...
I played
Your
here.
opponent was
I
ahead,
should
but
have
now the
taken his
advantage
queen,
is yours. Your
but
better option was to
if I
capture
take
a
his
queen that
queen,
was threatening to win material.
uh, just we would be just even. Okay, so here I made a check, so I wanted the king to go outside, but he kept persisting. This was the best move that
This
he
is the
could
only
have
good
moved,
move. Their king steps
but
away
he
from
did
the check
this.
by your rook.
And then I committed a blunder. I was trying to explore what my pawns can do, and I was trying to check. No, I was trying
This
to
is the only
see
good
where
move.
my queen could
Their
go,
king steps away
and
from the
then I
check by your
suddenly
rook.
moved here. It was
You're going to end up
a
losing a
great
queen.
blunder. I have never made mistake this bad. Okay, so he took it, obviously,
That was the
and
only
then he
move.
had a 7 plus advantage. That's the only positive move that he could do, and he took my queen, and now he's taking my knight as well. So I kept
You had a better option,
being
but this is not
annoying,
bad.
and I kept being like persistently uh, blocking all his moves. So I kept doing
Their
this.
best option was to develop further.
Yes. So
You are losing a
all
pawn
I
this way.
have now is just to keep making check moves. Every move that I move is going to be a check. Okay. So he
They
wanted
moved their
to take
king out of
this.
the check from your
I
rook.
provided
Your rook is no longer
another
hanging and is now
rook
defended.
so that both my rocks are well defended by each other.
They
So
missed a
he made
chance
a
to capture
mistake,
a free pawn.
but yeah, he recovered from this mistake.
You
He was
step your
just
king
trying
away
to
from the
check
checking
here,
queen.
and he moved
Your opponent
here.
set up a fork
Okay,
which
it
will win your
was a fork,
pawn.
but if he takes the rook, he's going to lose his queen. Okay, but he would still be 2 or 3 plus because he has taken my queen and also my knight. Okay, he's like about like 10 plus or something. So when I moved, he didn't
You
decide
dodge
to
the
take.
check, moving your
Okay,
king out of harm's way.
yeah, I should have done this.
You
I
dodge the
didn't
check,
see this
moving your king.
coming, so
Your opponent set up a
this
fork
was
which will
the
win.
best move.
This
Okay,
move gives you
so
the
what
opportunity
he
to win
did
their rook.
was here. So if I moved my rook here, it would be great, but he's going to take this one as well. So if I take back,
Taking that
there's no need. Okay,
taking
so
that
what I did
this
was
move gives you the opportunity to win.
I kept
This moves your
checking
rook to a
him
safer square.
with the rock that is not going to be taken by another rock. So he kept
Their
moving
king
forward.
steps away from the
Now he took this.
nice
Yeah,
fork, you'll be winning material.
trading is not an option for me. He's 10 plus as I told you. So here,
They've made a
yes,
mistake and their queen is now
he should have,
lost.
but he didn't. Okay, if he had, I would have lost the game. But the idea here was if he takes this, he will take the rook, and he will only have one rook, and all the others are just pieces of pawns. So he didn't do that gladly. So
You
I
only
kept
had one
checking
good
him.
option there.
So if I checked with this, it doesn't make sense here. I just wanted to take his queen, but if I take his queen, I don't want it to matter. Okay, so I can take this queen freely here, as you can see, but uh, if I take it, he's going to take my rook, so he would have 2 rocks, and I would have nothing. Okay, so I have to move one of my rocks outside so that I don't lose any rock by this trade. Okay, so I kept check. Okay,
Nice
so I'm
find. You
checking here.
found the only move in this position.
So he's not
Your
moving
rook eyes
anything.
the open file,
And
which
then
they move their king out of the
he
check from your
moved
rook.
here. That's the only move that he had. Yeah, he could have moved here, but he could have went like maybe h5, but he took this h7. That's the best for me. So what I did was take the
That queen
queen.
was yours for the taking.
Yes, obviously. And then he moved there.
Decent
I
move,
don't
but
know
they had a
why he
better one.
moved there. He could have just, yeah, he could have moved here. So if he have moved here, that would
Decent
be
move, but they
very
had a
great.
better one.
But he didn't, gladly.
Your doubled rooks work
So
great
I
together.
lined my rock here. So after this, it's just only time. So I'm going to win. So he moved
Capturing your
there.
hanging pawn.
Yeah, that's a good move. And he also is checking me. So I moved my king away.
You step your king away.
He kept checking. I went
You
back.
escape the check from the pawn.
He
You get a
committed a
chance to
blunder.
force eventual
Yeah,
checkmate.
but it's not a blunder per se. Like he, yes, okay. What
You escape
could
the
he
check
have
from the
done?
pawn.
The only move I could do is to check here. Maybe he could move up or down. Then I'll checkmate again. So it's not technically a blunder what he did here.
You escape the check from the pawn. This
Uh,
move puts their pawn. You escape the
yes.
check from the pawn.
So it's not
You
a
get a
blunder.
chance to
Okay,
force
just
eventual checkmate.
uh, he's just not giving in easily. So he wanted to develop some other pawns. So okay, pursuing.
You can now win with a
This
forced
one was a
checkmate.
great move. He went
That was
down.
the only move.
That's the only move that he had. I kept going down.
Getting closer to the forced
He
checkmate.
went here.
Their king
So
steps away from the
I
check by
give
your
them
rook.
checkmate.
Checkmate is always the best move.
Thank you guys for watching. Bye.